All right, y'all. Chassie T here. We are here for the Ring 6 recap. Okay? What an amazing fight night. I was in the building, Madison Square Garden, my absolute first boxing match at Madison Square Garden. And it was electrifying, must I say. It was great. Um, I'm so glad I went. I'm so glad that all of my predictions were right. So, anyone who did not check out my predictions video, go check that out so you can see how accurate the girl is. I'm about to start betting because um, my bets have been so accurate. Hold on, I have a guest coming on. Let me just make sure they're good. Hold on one second. Oh, here they go. Here they go. Salute, Cuzzo.
What up, cuz?
Can you hear me?
Yup, loud and clear.
Perfect, perfect. Yes. So, Bleak, I was in the building this weekend and it
How
was
did it go?
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. My first fight at Madison Square Garden. And I have to say it was a good one. It was a good one. This is actually
That was a great night of boxing.
that was a
That was a
great
great night.
it was a great night of boxing. Okay? So, did you get a chance? So, I ended up doing because this my cousin. We were supposed to do a predictions live, but I didn't get around to it. But I did end up doing a video. Did you see it?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
All of
I
my
didn't get to see it.
predictions were on point. All of them.
Well, that's nothing new.
No,
That's
but I'm
nothing new.
saying, but I really broke it down. Like I did like my first kind of, I didn't break it down, but I knew T.O. was bluffing. I knew this whole build up he was bluffing. I knew that he had an inner knowing that he was going to lose to Shakur. All of that stuff that he was doing through the press conference was straight antics.
Oh
Okay?
yeah. Oh yeah. They gotta look. It's cause did I not say it's levels? It's you have good fighters, great fighters, and then you have the elite. And for a lot of people, they didn't want to give Shakur that status, but it's obvious that's where he's at. He's an elite boxer, and I don't think anybody after that performance can say otherwise. If you are, you just either you're a hater, you just you don't know what you're talking about. But
Fact.
clearly, he's an elite boxer. Elite
He is
talent
an
there.
elite boxer, and I don't really understand why people don't want to give him the credit. Don't get me wrong. Shakur's had a little bit of mishaps in the past because that one fight where he did literally run away from the guy, I ain't gonna lie, I was even mad about that.
hmm
You know which fight I'm talking about?
Um.
He like literally ran like the last couple seconds of the
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I forgot. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was
Yeah,
just
because he
like,
was just moving away from him. Like clearly, at that point in time, I'll put it this way. Um, it's easy to say he was running, but he kind of had that fight in the bag either way.
oh yeah,
But
he won.
you
There
just
was
don't want
nothing
to.
that guy, but you could get knocked out in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah,
You
exactly. So
can. So that's
that's
why it's like
that's my point. That don't and it's no use to trying to get more points in a game that's already won, so to speak. So
like I only
I
seen him
understood
do that
why
in
you did
basketball though. I only seen that in basketball where they'll run down
it.
the timer or something. But I'm like in boxing, I don't I don't know if that should be
I
allowed.
mean, you got to figure like this, like you said though. Only takes one punch, and it can happen in the last 3 4 seconds. Especially, I don't know particularly what the rules was for that fight, but some fights you can't be saved by the bell. So if you get clipped in the last 3 seconds, and it can still be a 10-second count. So he's the type of fighter though. He's a defensive fighter, so he probably learned though. Like sometimes you got to go out on your shield, so to speak, and just still swing last 10 15 seconds. You know,
Fact.
but hey.
Yo, wait.
Man, it was some knockouts though. That night, it was some
We
knockouts that night that I said, "Good gracious!"
we gotta show. we got to show. No, no, no. We got to talk about Big Baby. Or what's his name?
Gerald Miller,
Gerald Miller.
his
What
top
did you
back.
think about that fight?
I caught glimpses of that when I was still on the road. I did see that. Like that's almost like soon as I cut it on, I was like, oh shit, his goddamn headpiece came. I haven't. I every few years you see something that's like boxing for whatever reason. It doesn't happen as much as maybe football or basketball. You see something just so wild, but every few years you see something extremely wild in boxing. One thing that comes to mind is when that I forgot. I think it may have been it may have been Holyfield fighting when the parachute came in. But
What?
I've never. Yeah, you gotta look that up. Someone like a parachute paraglider right into the goddamn fight in the middle of the ring. Yeah, you gotta look that up. It's
Did
out
they
there. It's
do
on
that on
YouTube.
purpose?
Yeah, they landed right in the middle of the damn ring, like in the crowd and shit, like in the ring in the crowd. Some wild shit. But I've never seen nobody get their headpiece knocked out.
That is
Like
crazy. I'm not gonna lie. People in the audience I was sitting next to, they was like, "Yo, he should have lost just off of that, just for
just
wearing
off of
the
that,
hairpiece in the boxing ring."
off of
Just lost.
technicality.
Facts,
I
because I'm
mean,
like,
what are you thinking though to wear a toupee in a like you getting hit like that's the worst place.
exactly.
That's the worst place probably to wear it. You know.
I think he got away with it before, and I think he been getting away with it or something because that was crazy though. That was
Now,
crazy.
I don't know if he was just talking shit or whatever, but he said he went I think he said he went to his mother house and used her shampoo and it was too strong and it burnt his hair
Is he
out. So
real?
he probably was
Mhm.
BS. He probably BSing.
He probably
He
was BS.
BSing.
Homie, just go bald. Like don't get
At this
don't get
point,
a hair.
yeah. If he show up again with another toupee, like he crazy as hell. If he do it again, you might as well go bald at this point. Everybody know.
But did you feel like he actually won the fight?
I don't know. Again, I think I caught it that fight right before that happened. Like right before that happened. So I don't know how much fight was left. I was still on the road at that point. So um, I don't know. Like I said, what we got, boxing fans. Unless boxing is funny, man. Like when it comes to like how fights are scored and stuff. Sometimes they're clear winners, and sometimes you're looking at it, and that's why it's a thing in boxing. You never leave it up to the judges.
Hmm.
You got to be a clear winner, and you got to either knock them out, or you got to put on a display like Shakur did, especially as a challenger. And luckily for Shakur, he was a challenger in that fight, but he put on such a dominant show that it was clear that who was the winner of that fight. You know,
Which
but
I knew
did
that
you
was
did you
gonna happen.
did you peep that after that what Teofimo said to Bud Crawford?
Yes, I did. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna work my way up to that.
Okay,
That
because
was
I'm
insane.
that is
That's
that is
insane. Like he has this weird obsession with Bud.
like
He that's all he do is somehow references Bud, talks about Bud, calls out Bud. Like even Shakur
he ain't ready for him. I know that.
no, no. And this is the thing I don't understand. Like, I don't know why people still I think he just wants the money. Like it has to be the money. And I think it's just the name. Like he can say he fought Terrence Crawford.
Well, that happens. I can't
Yeah,
argue
but
with that because
how do you
it's clearly might be a money thing because
it has to
you
be.
can't you can't possibly be thinking that you can go in there and be. But that's it. But you know what? In boxing, you have to be a little bit delusional, anyways. Like for real, like you gotta think about it. Fighters aren't they can be very smart, but still not wrapped too tight. You know what I mean? So, um, meaning like I always tell people, fighters aren't afraid to fight. That's one thing they not. They might be afraid to lose out on money opportunities, but they're
Mhm.
not afraid to actually lace the gloves up and get in the ring with anybody. You have to be a little bit, crazy because again, a lot of these fighters been fighting their whole life. That's not the thing. The fighting part is They got that. And I think for most fighters, I would say about 90 98% of them think they could beat anybody. You have to think like that. You have to be that, a little delusional. You got to walk around just like Clarissa Shields thinks she can get in the ring with Keith Thurman. Like she thinks she can actually beat him. Like, but she's supposed to think that way. But that's just how fighters fight. But Tiafimo, if he think he can beat Bud Crawford, he really is crazy. He crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. And then the fact that he actually, well, he didn't say he was going to beat him, but the fact that he actually was like, we got to fight after you just got lumped up. I mean, you still in the ring.
Yeah, lumped up. Talking that. That. I think that's the part of the insane part. That kind of lets you know, like
Something
your yeah, you lumped up and your shit split, and you talk about yeah, man, we gotta do this.
facts. I
Hey,
mean,
boy, you crazy as hell.
yeah, he's crazy. Let me see if I can find it. Talking trash.
Yeah, it's out there. But how do you feel about the state of boxing now? Like where it's at as far as like it has kind of made like a comeback of for
Yeah,
fans and people being more interested in boxing now than they had maybe I think Floyd Mayweather kind of took the
yeah.
he
He
kind of
took
took a
his,
lot out of
yeah,
but it's kind of come back, and as a fan of boxing, I definitely enjoy it now to see more and more, especially these names, I mean, because that was the thing that people wouldn't boxers weren't fighting. That's why I always say they're not afraid to fight. They just afraid not to get the money opportunity if they lose. So
yeah. I mean, the fans have a lot to do with that. But the thing about the fans that I need boxers to understand is that the fans, they're going to come back around. Like, if the fans got to talk trash. That's just a part of the game. And since we're on the internet, they feel it, they see it, but they have to understand that like that's going to happen. But as a fighter, just keep on fighting, keep on moving, and it's going to be all good. What's up, Tim's? Who is that? Salutes.
I can't.
um yeah, you can't see it. This is Tim's 184. I'm trying to figure out, is this someone I know?
Let
What's
me see
up,
if I can get
Modern
in there.
King? Let me see. Show, what's up, Tim? You see it now? I put it on the screen. And
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
what's up, Modern King? I know Modern King. I made it. I made it. I'm doing a live. He been on my back like, yo, you need to do these videos.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Facts. I'm
Get out
coming,
here in
you
these
guys.
in these streets live and let the people
That's
hear
right.
you,
I want to
feel you,
interact with
talk to you,
y'all.
interact. Yeah,
Exactly. What was you saying? No. So let me tell you, I was concerned. I was concerned for a minute about where boxing was at, where it was going. But I feel like last night revived me. Not last night, but Saturday night kind of revived my hopes for this new generation because I was um I was concerned. I was concerned. And I'm not gonna lie. Last night was a great night of boxing, but I'm still concerned. I'm still like,
what's your concern?
I just don't know if we can trust these guys. Like, right now, Shakur, I think Shakur has charged up this new generation. He's sitting at the top right now, this new crop. And I need them to follow suit though. I need them to follow suit. Keyshawn talking about he want to fight Devin, great. I need everybody to rise up though. Abdullah, he's doing his thing. I need Kid
Yeah,
Austin to step up and actually make a fight. Um, I need Boots to make a fight. Um,
that's the thing. I was talking to someone earlier, and I don't think when you start getting like Shakur is getting into those waters, Boots is in those waters already where you become so good it's hard to even get people to want to fight you. So the money has to be there, so but again, I think these fighters they doing their part. They're doing their part. I just think they gotta. The money has to be there, and I do think Turkey and the other fight promoters and Ring Magazine and uh, all these big fight promoters. Uh, if the money is there, these fighters gonna want to fight, but it has to be interesting to the public as well. So
Are you sure about that? Because
uh,
Turkey has made some offers that people have turned down, and the money has been right. These people are scared. This is why I don't know if it's true when people say, "Oh, boxers aren't really scared of each other," because when Turkey came in the game, he exposed a lot of people.
yeah, well, again, well, it's just that my opinion. I just believe that if the money, put it this way, a lot of fighters they wait to get to the point where they could kind of demand the money that they want. But if they take a loss after that, the public lose interest. Therefore, the money wouldn't be there. So that's I think they more so afraid of losing in that sense of taking the L because if they take an L, then all right, where's the money opportunity coming next? It probably won't be there. It's only like the only person I can see after taking a ass whooping like they took, like Canelo when he took that ass whooping from Bud Crawford, he can still get to the money because he has a fan base behind him. But a lot of times when you have these big name fighters, especially these black fighters, let's call a
Mhm.
spade. In order for them to really get the money, they have to fight an opponent that has a country behind them. And usually that's going to be the Mexican fighters, the European fighters, of that nature,
Those
because
days are
that's
over, though.
it could be. But that's what I'm saying. That's the only way they're gonna really get that money. Like a Pacquiao has a whole country behind him, and Canelo got Mexico. So those are type of. That's why you kind of always see those matchups. You see a great black fighter,
Yeah.
and they got to go against a great Mexican fighter or something like
But
that
I think
because
that's a lie, though. I don't really. I think that they lie on the black fighters and act like the black fighters don't sell, but I don't think that's true. I think that's an agenda against the black fighters because, um, these some of these Latino fights, they don't. Nobody is talking about these fights. I understand these people got countries behind them, but there's some division amongst that community as well. They don't be supporting everyone like they support Canelo. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
they don't.
So it's finicky.
Martin King Boxing says these young contenders different as long as they mean what they ask for, and that marinating crap don't stop them. The Big Turk presence will hurt or help these boxers as long as they don't. I can't read the rest of it.
Cocky.
Get too
Yeah.
cocky. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the thing because but Turkey, the thing about it is these fighters are used to getting paid for cherry picks, but Turkey is not going to do that. He's going to put you in there with someone he feels like is equally on your
yeah,
level, and that's been the issue, with some of his fights, with some of his fights.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Boots was offered the TO fight a while ago from Turkey, and he turned it down.
I
I'm so.
don't. And if the money was right, I ain't gonna lie. If the money was right, and if Boots turned it down, I know Boots ain't scared of no goddamn tail, and I think it'd have been just as much of an ass whooping, if not more, if Boots because Boots he'd have put a little bit more pepper in them punches. You know what I mean? So um, and you see how Shakur kind of lumped them up. So
But I
I
don't
think
know
it'd have
if
been worse.
Boost is as defensively sound as Shakur is.
No, he's
But
not.
that would have been
He's
an
not.
interesting matchup because everybody's real big on
But
Boots.
Boots is big though. So
Boots is big. Boots is big. And I don't know if that fight was really gonna happen. I mean, and he was moving up, so you know, I don't
yeah,
know if
that's what I said. Boxing has to be. Like I said, it has to be a very the interest in these fighters have to be there. And to be honest, that's up to the promoters. They have to do a better job of promoting these fighters and getting them more presence and just in the day-to-day world. Because like I said, if it's just boxing, like a lot of people don't know who these boxers are until they become a household name, and it's hard to get interest in buying who this person is if no one knows them. So they have to be able to generate more public affinity for these fighters, and so I don't know what could be done with
'cause
that, but
they keep on this track they on now. Right now, boxing is reviving itself because of the type of fights we're getting. We're getting fights that people
right,
want. Terrence and Canelo. That was something that people who don't regularly watch boxing want to see.
right,
They
right, right,
him with Shakur on this last fight. He was on the Art of Dialogue. Like I watched that. That don't have nothing to
right,
do with boxing. And I was
exactly.
when I saw him on there. But that was a good little interview they did. And he was on
Right.
Breakfast Club. He was on, so they did a good, and the fact that him and T.O. are still young. Um,
Like for instance, you know how the NFL they have hard knocks, so every year they choose a different team, and you get to see some of the personality of these players. And Netflix does a thing with the NBA, like starting five, and they just pick five different players from five different teams, and kind of give like an insight of their day to day leading up to the season. They do the same thing with the NFL with another show. I forgot the name. I think it might be something like. I forgot the name of it, but it's like they pick different players, and I think boxing needs to do something like that. But so boxing is so individualized to that boxer in their camp. It's kind of it's like it's up to that boxer in their camp how they move, how they put their stuff out there. But I think if all of them came together as more of a collective and put on some type of documentary style, go inside the camps. Like back in the day when Mayweather was fighting, I think they had something like I forgot what it was, but
yeah, it was on like
uh
HBO or something.
yeah, and they kind of did that. But now
Yeah,
that boxing is kind of like doesn't really have a
separated.
home. Yeah, it doesn't have a home like HBO or Showtime. Is kind of all over the place. They need to do something where at least you can showcase these fighters and their backstories and who they are in their community or what's their story. Because if no one has a connection to them, it's hard to root for who is this guy. You know
And
what I mean? Who is this
that's
person?
what I tell people all the time. It's all about the storyline. Boxing could do so much better with that. They don't do a good job at that. But these fighters now are building their own promotional packages with their own YouTube pages,
Yeah,
their own Instagrams, and that's cool. Hopefully, they understand the business part of that because all of that should be incorporated into the build up. But what they do is the zone right now is kind of like the boxing mecca.
right,
So everything is through the zone now. The interviews are through the zone. Any kind of promotional videos they doing is through the zone. Um,
right.
but it's looking good though. It's looking good though. We got to keep them coming right now. We got to keep them coming. But let's move on to the next fight on the card. So what you think about Bruce Carrington?
Oh man, Shushu put on a goddamn show. Like that was and if you notice when we talked about it briefly about it, I was like, that's gonna be a good one because I really didn't know. Because I thought Carlos Castro was gonna be a little bit better than what he was, honestly. But I can't, take nothing away from Shushu. He did his damn thing. Like that was a vicious combination. That was a vicious combination. Then it lead to a knockout. Yeah.
He
Um.
was with them six piece combinations. He was
Yeah.
on
Yeah. That's
Crawford up in there.
yeah. I look like I said. I ain't mad at him. He did his damn thing. Like, but did you notice? Did you notice is how they kind of pitted like black
Yes,
brown
yes,
brown?
the whole
Hey.
card, the whole card was black
It,
and
it,
Latinos. That's what they love in
yeah.
boxing. Yeah,
Of
I
course,
peeped
but it's
that.
just funny. It's just funny. It's like y'all might as well just say black versus brown. Y'all might as well just said
I mean, might as well. They might as well
it.
just say the blacks
but
versus the
don't.
Latinos
But to be
because
honest, those be the super fights. Those are super fights, though.
But look, what's his name? Canelo is coming out with a card called Canelo versus the World or something like that.
I ain't even heard about that.
So
So what is?
watch it be all Latino fighters against black fighters again. Because what does that mean? What do you mean? Like that's the name of the card. Like,
Canelo versus the world?
yeah. Look, read
Oh
this
yeah.
comment, Bleak.
Which one? Shakur is the guy
No,
moving
here,
forward.
the one on the screen. I'm hoping Demetrius Andre can get back in the mix. He's
Oh,
quirky, but sometimes I see a genius in the ring.
oh
What you
yeah.
think about that? Do you follow him much?
Um,
Andrade?
I definitely heard the name.
Yeah,
I
I
got to see,
watched
and
stuff, but I have
and now you see what it is. Like you see, like I've heard the name, but unless I see his face and see him fighting, then I'll probably be more familiar. And that's what I mean by boxing needs to do a better job with promoting these fighters. Because like I said, I might see a fighter, and I say, oh yeah, I know, okay, I know who he is. You know what I mean? So
wait, what you mean, Mater King? Why you say you think we only can get 2 more years out of Big Turk as long as Tank don't demand Ferraris? Well, first of all,
what you mean?
Tank has Tank got bigger issues right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah,
We don't
Tank
even know
Tank
if
need
he's gonna
to
be able to come back to boxing.
exactly.
So
Tank need to
I
get
don't
his life together first.
facts. People acting like Tank is just definitely coming back. Like, are
Oh
we
no, he
sure?
will fight. He will fight again because
If
the
he don't
interest
go
is
to
there.
jail,
Yeah, yeah, of course. But the thing about it is, boxers always go to jail. Like we've
and they go
seen,
to
we
jail for
seen,
the same thing, domestic
yeah,
violence. Yo,
yeah,
that's
we seen
crazy.
fight, yeah, we seen fighters go to jail, come out and get and still get the money. So the interest for Tank because he never lost, even though I feel like he lost to Roach. He never still lost, so um, he still looked good in his fights. That's the part the worst we ever seen him. But at the end of the day, the interest still would be there, especially if you line him up against one of these fighters that people been wanting him to, we wanted to see him against a Shakur or a Keyshawn Davis.
So that's gonna be huge.
Yeah,
The
man.
thing that sucks about that is Tank has to come back, get back in gear, get some other fights. Because if he comes back and then fights somebody big and he don't do well, they're gonna say, "Oh well, it's because
He
of
washed.
everything he's going through, and it's
Yeah,
because of this that, and the third." So he needs to come back and rebuild first,
yeah.
then take on a big fight. Because I don't want to hear no excuses.
Oh yeah, we definitely want him no excuse. Like I fuck with Tank. I think he's a great fighter, and I just think he got some things he need to handle on a personal level, and just put this, and those are things that I be saying about like someone like Shakur. Like when I seen Shakur fight for the first time in the Olympics, and in his first few professional fight, I knew that. I said, yeah, he's the type of kid that actually loves the sport and the science of boxing. Like he loves it. It's like you have a few of these type of athletes in different sports that this is what they do. You know what I mean? So he loves what boxing is. A lot of people love what boxing can bring them, and
Who
I
loves
think
what boxing is?
like a Shakur, like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
he
definitely.
loves the sport of boxing,
Yeah,
and it's certain, like I said, you can see it in certain fight. They tend to be the great ones. As much as people don't like Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather is one who ate, slept, and did like he does that. He probably training right now, like he still trains. So you got to think like when people love something so much that they do it even when it's not giving them anything. Like a lot of these fighters, and I think Tank became one. I could be wrong, but I think he became one of those fighters who love what boxing brought him instead of just loving what boxing is, and
yeah, it was
that's
a
why
way out for him.
yeah. I mean, and it is for a lot of people, but
I
there's
mean,
nothing wrong
yeah,
with that. You just
but
gotta love it. You just gotta love it.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing though. Like it's a good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like it is a it's he had enough talent to fake it. But my whole thing is like if you're done, just be done.
Yeah, especially with boxing because you can get hurt in this shit. Like so, but he hurts people. So I don't know, man. Sometimes people got so much talent, and that's what it is. He definitely been blessed with power. To be that small and have that much power, he's been blessed in a sense of and he got the skill. I just think that if he loved it as much as Shakur did, like oh man, he wouldn't be in trouble right now. You see what I'm saying? He'd be more
Yeah.
level headed. With Yeah, he
Well,
wouldn't
of
be in because
course.
so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Tank, I don't know. I don't know. I never really liked Tank. I like his fighting style, but I always knew he was weird.
yeah, he
But
a little off a little bit. He just off a little bit. Um, and I think that's the thing I think about with boxing is you gotta have boxing is one of the type of things you gotta have some great you gotta have great people around you. Your circle gotta be like real tight, and you gotta have people. You can't have yes men around. You gotta have people
yeah,
that
exactly. That's what I
you know what I
always
mean.
say. You
So
can't have no yes men around you, and people can't look at you with too much admiration where they can't tell you about yourself. Because I think Tank is the money man. So I think
yeah,
people around him, they don't really want to say what it is, you know?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not be real.
And especially
And
when
if
you have
and if,
somebody that's not in love with the game, because then they can just leave at any moment. So it's like this coddling thing that you have to do with people like that.
yeah, there you go. You on point. Exactly. But you can see it in like someone like a Shakur where he has a Bud Crawford in his corner, Andre Ward. He can go to Floyd and ask him, and I think
Yeah.
that's why those type of guys take to someone like Shakur because he's young and he's probably very teachable. You know what I mean? So when you
But
have someone like that,
yeah. And Shakur seeks it out though. You could tell. You could tell that
yeah,
he's the one
he
who,
wants it. He wants it.
yeah, he seeks out these relationships,
Yeah, he
you
wants
know.
it, and I think that's why they take to him too. You
Yeah.
know, because I mean that's just human nature. Like anything that you're doing, if a younger, woman came to you and said, "Hey, Chaz T, I want to do this," and she's into what you into, but she shows the initiative, you probably take her under your wing.
No, of course.
And
That's how
you
you
know what I'm
know.
saying? That's just
Yeah,
yeah, because
that's how you
you'll
know.
see something in them, and that's just what it is, you know. Um, but I do think that's the difference too, though. I think you made a great point with that he probably is the money man in his circle, and he can't be told what to do. You know what I mean? He probably surrounded by yes men, so therefore, what can
Oh,
you tell him?
yeah, wait a minute. Oh, I'm feeling special today. We got True Media Podcast up in the building. Coach Malachi is in the building.
What up? What up,
Wasn't
everybody? What up?
such a presence on my official live stream. Salute, Coach. Y'all make sure y'all check out Coach Malachi. That's a funny. You know Coach Malachi, cuz.
N- no, I can't say I
No,
do.
you Oh my goodness. You have to check out Coach Malachi's channel. I gotta put you on. My bad. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
put me on.
terrible.
Put me on.
Yes,
Shout out to
he
True
is
Media Podcast.
funny.
Shout out to Modern King Boxing.
Yes,
Thank
shout
y'all for
out. These
showing
my
up.
this my people right here. This is my little crew right here.
There you
In
go.
the boxing spirit. Yeah, man. But wait, so Bruce, so let me tell you, Carlos, this guy, he was better. Like I said in my prediction, I said Carlos is not gonna make this fight easy for Bruce.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a tougher fight than what it was. But
You thought it was gonna be tougher. I
yeah,
thought it was gonna he at first because I was thinking most people were thinking that Bruce is just gonna walk through this guy. And I'm like, nah, nah. Oh shucks. I don't know how to reply to the I need to reply to
you
people in
might
the
you might
chat.
gotta at them, at them, and then I don't know.
Oh my goodness, coach, you got notifications on? Oh, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed straight up. Yeah, I mean it was good though. It was good. The fight the night was amazing. The energy was crazy in the stadium.
I'm gonna tell you something you said the other day, cause was how I don't know. Let me ask you this: do you think at some point that Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson will meet up in the ring?
Yes, don't. We can't talk about that right now. You gotta stick
You
to the
said what?
card because I got too much to say about that. We got to
Oh, my
do a
bad. My
special
bad.
live
I
stream for that one because I got a lot to
okay.
say about that. Now, don't
I just got to know. Well, I put it this way: people in the comments, what y'all think? Because yeah, we get
no, 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 don't even start. We got to stay on the ring because I don't. We don't just turn this
I
into
got
the
some shit to
court.
say about that. All
Yeah,
right, all right,
yeah,
all right, cuz
wait, we got to run that. We got to run
cuz
that
they
back this
nah,
week.
no.
I got too much to
Bec-
say about
I
that.
got you. I got you. Cause I got some shit to say about it. But go ahead. Anyway.
Let me tell
Cuz
you,
say,
man. Don't
cuz say, hold on, you
no,
jumping the
wait.
gun.
No, we got to pause on that one because I have to. I got to break down that situation in my mind. I already touched on it a little bit with the Keyshawn video. Cause
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, Keyshawn. Let me tell you, I'm looking at him. He's going to be an entertaining person to watch. Okay,
Yeah.
because with the way he moves and the way he makes decisions and the things that he does, he was getting on my nerves a little bit, but I'm realizing that he's what the sport needs. We need this erratic behavior. We do because he's still structured when it comes to fighting. Like he can get in there. He gonna give us what we need, so we can deal with his shenanigans outside the ring. I'm willing to deal with his shenanigans. You know what I'm saying?
Just for the sake of boxing, huh?
For the sake of because he's entertaining. I can't front. I can't front because when he came out, he was looking crazy. He got in that ring. He was looking like a little demon, all crouched up. I was like, came in came off the gospel song looking like a demon. Okay. It's like, wait a minute. But yeah, man. But speaking of Keyshawn, let's talk about that fight.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I really truly believe this. A focused Keyshawn Davis is the most dangerous boxer. Period. I think if he's focused, he's shown time and time again that he could do damage. He reminds me of Bud Crawford a lot,
He
a lot,
does. I ain't
a
gonna lie. That's why
lot.
I was mad he left their team because he reminded me of Buzz so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know he gained a lot from that
And I
camp.
think I think I think that might have been one of his best moves, but getting around, Jay Prince and Shakur and get to see how they're moving and just the connections being close. Now he is in close proximity with Bud Crawford and
I mean,
people
he
like
been in
that.
close
So I
proximity
mean,
with
yeah,
Bud
yeah. I'm
Crawford.
just saying, but now it's like if you look at him, it's kind of like that's their team now. It's like that's who the team is.
I mean, but Bud
Um,
don't have nothing to do with that.
yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying just being in close proximity because he's there with Shakur, being managed by Jay Prince. Bud Crawford is always around, so he kind of gets to network in a sense, pull their coattail on different things like that. So I just feel like
I
just
feel
being there,
like
just
Bud and
being
Keyshawn have a weird relationship. I get a weird energy from them too. I
yeah.
don't know what it is, but I don't know. I don't know what their relationship really is. But hopefully Keyshawn turns out to be everything that I would like him to be. Um, but we'll see. We'll see
He's the
because
type of guy if he stay focused, he one of them ones. He really is. He's one of the if he stay
if he
focused.
stay focused because I
But
think he
that's one
loves
of
the entertainment. Like I'm concerned about how much he likes to be seen. That's the
yeah.
only thing I'm worried about with him.
That
Like
that's a thing with a lot of boxers is that they get to a certain level of you got to think boxing is truly a lonely sport for most parts, right? Like you truly like you're with your team and you really training by yourself. It's only you in the ring. That mentality, but I'm standing to say once you get a certain amount of fanfare and people start to know who you are, it's a little different, and the money is different too. So when you start getting a little money and fame, it's like a lot of things. It becomes addiction, and that becomes the thing that you're after more so than just your own legacy. And I think that's where a lot of boxers go wrong.
I mean, I think
Um,
this generation suffers with. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anyone in the limelight has an issue, with wanting attention. But I feel like with certain boxers, it's more than others. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the Errol Spences and Bud Crawford, they wasn't really out there like that. Like that, they was out there when they needed to be, but you didn't see them doing lives every 5 minutes, doing these weird
mhm.
things all the time. It's like we got our moments when they counted, like that interaction between Bud and Spence at the fight where they was going back and forth. Like that was a special moment that people still reflect on to this day because it was organic. But what I think we're getting now is a bunch of antics and things where people are trying to go viral. They're trying to look like something.
Yeah,
It comes off as phony and fake, and then they get criticism because Keyshawn don't like to be criticized, even though he do a bunch of craziness. He don't like nobody to say nothing about it, and they get mad at us. You know
well,
what I'm
clout
saying?
chasing is addictive, and in this world of you got to keep people eyes on you to get the attention. That's pretty much for damn near everything. Like not just boxing. You see it spill over in any field that requires the public attention to get your money. You're gonna have that. You see rappers do it. You see other entertainers as far as streamers, content creators. A lot of people do it, but that's the unfortunate thing when it comes to something as serious as boxing. That you see these fighters that got to kind of resort to that just to keep people interest into what they're doing, so that they can sell tickets. And that's just the unfortunate thing about that. That's you know the give and take with social media and just the time we in. That boxers got to resort to not just their talent, but the antics to sell a fight.
I mean, I wish you don't really got to do antics. You could be strategic about how you do things. Like, just me coming from the entertainment background, anything can be produced, anything can be made to look a certain way. So it's like sometimes it's just tacky. You know what
Well,
I'm
I get
saying?
it.
Like
I
it's
get
just
it.
like because I understand that you do have to do things. You do have to kind of be out there, keep yourself known. Like that's smart. But I just feel like it's a certain way you got to do things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I agree. I wish that the talent could just speak for
Or at least if
themselves,
you're gonna do
but
toes on it,
yeah.
don't don't act like you don't understand why you're being criticized about it.
Like if you go back to that Tank and Roach fight, right? Like these two guys that know each other, they know each other. They ain't saying they best friends, but they have a history with each other, right? It's kind of hard for them to drum up an interest of I don't like this because people genuinely want to see two fighters who don't like each other. Like I want because then they're at least gonna they out for blood. That means you're gonna get a fight where people want to hurt each other, which normally makes an entertaining fight. But when you got two guys who kind of know each other, they know the fight game enough to know like, oh, when I get in there, it's on. But it's hard to drum up an interest of like people who love boxing will want to see that fight anyway because they just want to see the style
See,
matchup.
this is where the
But
boxing machine should come in though, because when you're doing the interviews and you're setting up these promotional bits, they need to understand how to play into stuff like that. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like they played into it a little bit, but they could have really,
Hmm.
really, even because this is what producers do, y'all. Like, I used to work in development casting for reality TV. And a lot of people think, oh, that stuff is fake. It's fake. It's not that it's fake. What you do is you cast the right people. Like you cast people with triggers. So when you're auditioning them, you find out what their triggers are. You find out what their soft spot is in their lives, and then you just put them in situations where the triggers come out. You know what I'm saying? That's
That's
basically all they
diabolical.
do. So producers, when you're working on reality TV, producers are like instigators. That's basically what they're doing. They're just crafting these situations where they're going to put, oh, well, that girl used to date that guy's um, ex-girlfriend or whatever. So you just, well, this person's going to have an event. We're
Put
going to
them
invite
put
everybody.
yeah, put them at the table together.
Well, yeah, or send them to the same event together. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So that's what you got to do with the boxers. Like once you find out, oh, this guy used to compete with this guy. They kind of did it with T.O. and Shakur. They kept, you see, like what we got with T.O. from that interview when he was on the Achenbrock show and he was saying like how he was left out.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of played into it. We got some back information on that. You know what I'm saying? Like where T.O.'s issues are coming from. And that's a good
Hmm.
thing because they can use that if they want to build T.O. back up. They can use all of that and build him back up behind that. So but boxing, I don't know. They be dropping the ball with the storylines. Like they could really
That's
go
why
in.
that's what I'm saying. I think they really need to start putting these fighter stories out there so that people know. Because it's a lot of people that I think people will become a fan of. Like normally we become a fan of people that's in the entertainment world, basketball, sport, whatever it is, boxing.
It's their
We become a fan
backstory.
of them because of their story. And if
Yeah,
I don't know your
that's one of the
story,
reasons
why
why
am I
Bud
rooting
Crawford
for you?
is my one of my favorites. Because besides him being a good fighter, he had a great story.
Who is that?
Bud,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they just used his upbringing and all the turmoil that came with to,
Right.
you just want to see what's going to happen with this guy.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? That's what
And
you wanted to see.
I mean, if you think about it, some people's whole like I think Mike Tyson has one of the like
Exactly.
best champion stories ever, just because of you know where he came from and what he ultimately became and the struggles with that. It's like it's a very unique story, to be pretty much raised as a fighter by somebody who wasn't your father, and then you became this great fighter, and you became this true student of all the greats and became great. So it's that type of thing. And that's what I mean is that he's not the only one with that type of story. It's just that these other stories aren't being really showcased. We brought him up earlier, but Tank Davis is another one who has a great story like that too, because he pretty much was
But
going
that's
to the gym just to eat,
people
and
like, yeah, that's why
yeah,
people
people
love
love
Tank.
that.
They love
We
Tank
love
because
that.
they're but you know, Tank got
That's why
a.
we love Clarissa Shields. You know what I mean?
Mm,
People fighters that kind of figured it out. They put their story out there because most fighters come from nothing because it's the fight
yeah,
game. You're fighting literally to make something of your life. And I think if that type of thing was taken to more consideration for most of these fighters.
but it's even the subcategories off the story too, because you got the baseline story, and then you can do these stories on the side. You can do these little, like Tank's issue with, what's that guy's name? Whatever the guy he just fought, Roach. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Tank's issue with, whoever else he got issues with, because he got issues with a lot of people.
All right.
But all of that can be played into, his upbringing and all that good stuff. But let's go back to
Absolutely.
the Keyshawn
Absolutely.
though,
Go back
because
to what?
Keyshawn, everybody's talking about how great Keyshawn did, but I felt like he looked a little off to me. Did anybody
Um,
else? Did anybody else feel that? Did anybody else think that Keyshawn looked a little off?
I mean, to me, he
Usually sharper
didn't,
than
but
that to
I,
me.
huh?
I felt like he was usually sharper than that, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
No,
Maybe
no,
I need.
no. It could be something to that. Just given what he went through over the last year. Missing weight and he probably got a little ring rust out. It wasn't like took that much time off, but it could be just that thing of I think once he got comfortable, you seen what started to happen. Um, yeah, I don't think it was anything like that. Uh, that he was that off, but like I said, it happens. If he takes too much time off.
I mean, look, he got the job done. That's what matters. But I don't know. His feet was
I
doing like
agree with
some.
that. We need more women to speak about boxing. Brings a wave of fresh air here, and beautiful women speak on boxing. Absolutely,
Thanks, Timbo.
for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know. I felt like his feet was doing some like weird things every once in a minute. Um,
Hmm.
but he got the job done. I'm not complaining. But I did think I didn't expect it to go 12 rounds.
Hmm. Now I thought he was going to get up out of there a little bit sooner, but like I said, he did exactly what he's supposed to do. Every you can't knock out everybody in the first round, second round, third round, but I did think that was going to be a challenging matchup for him, because Carlos Castro was no slouch. I just thought I didn't. I knew I did think Keyshawn was going to win. I didn't think he's going to win in that fashion in which he did. But hey,
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I mean, he did a great job. I'm ready for his next fight, but let's go to the main event, man. Shakur.
well, I I ain't gonna lie. I've been a fan of Shakur Stevenson since day one, and I was telling her, I was telling my brother, he's like, man, I think it's gonna be a tough fight for T.O. I said, no, he said he thought it was gonna be a tough fight for Shakur, and I was like, nah, I don't think it's gonna be a tough fight at all. He was like, nah, you tripping? I said, I'm telling you, like, as people know, um, sometimes just the different styles and how fighters approach the fight. I kind of knew that it because if you remember, I sent you a text very early in that fight. I said he too fast. Like I
Yeah,
think it
he
was
is
like
too
it
fast.
was
I
very
mean, I
first
knew Shakur was going to
first
wash
round.
Tio. I
But
knew it. I didn't understand why
oh yeah,
people
no,
were
you said it.
actually.
You said it. Yeah, you did say it. You said it too. You said yeah. Now my
I didn't
brother, I
understand
said
why
he just
people
thought it
were
was going to be
picking
a tougher
Tio.
fight. I didn't think so at all. I said, man, this dude. But now again, it shows. It's like it's just different levels to it. Like you got your good fighters, you got your great fighters, and you got your elite. And every few uh weight classes, it's not in every weight class, but you have your elite fighters,
Yeah,
and
Shakur is definitely an elite fighter. Absolutely. But it was
yeah.
funny to me how people was actually thinking Tio was going to do something with Shakur. Like I didn't think that was going to happen at all. I thought Tio was going to. Did you see Tio bite Shakur?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
and
he
I
bit
watched
the
that whole
dude on
damn
his
fight.
neck.
Oh my god,
You might have
that's
missed
when you
it.
when someone get bitten, they really frustrated.
Frustrated. Yeah,
Cause
absolutely.
people didn't even know that Tank did that to Roach. I said, yeah, he bit him. That's how
That's
you know.
crazy. That's
That's
crazy
how you
right
know.
there.
That's how
That's
you
crazy.
know.
Yeah,
Well,
Tio, he's
you
not. I
losing that
don't
bad,
know.
you want to bite a motherfucker? I want to bite this motherfucker.
That was crazy. But Shakur, he definitely went in there and showed who he was this fight. I felt like he did a great job against Zepeda too. I knew he was going to have some more stuff in his arsenal. Um, but I'm interested in seeing Shakur fight different styles though.
Yeah. A lot of people say that his boxing style is boring, but I love it. I mean, people say the same thing about Floyd, but when someone puts on an expedition, when you get to kind of see just the different entire, it's like, man, like when you can kind of see like he's setting up everything, he's countering everything. That's like a master at work, and I mean, I love to see that type of shit though. I mean, of course, I would love to see somebody get knocked out. Like every time somebody get hit with those type, when it make you jump up, like oh, that type of yeah, I love those moments. But I also like to see the science in it, how someone
Yeah, no,
just
I love
picks
the data.
somebody apart.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it was
just pick them
beautiful.
apart.
It was beautiful
Yeah,
in there, and it was crazy because Tio's walkout was better than his
do
fight
your damn
performance.
fight. He came out there with the Jabberwockies and got
Where you should have
Jabberwock
seen
the
that
whole.
build up. Let
He
me
got
tell you,
Jabberwock the whole fight.
facts. He got Jabberwock the whole fight, facts. Because you should have seen the build up though. That he had a plus build up for before his walkout. They had the video. He had like a whole DJ set for New York. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that
Re-
part?
I heard a little bit of it, but I thought he's gonna come out there with
He was coming
I
out
thought
with
he's gonna come out there with
all.
French Montana and Max B.
I don't think he can afford
I
that.
thought he
But
was, but
um yeah, he had like a whole New York hits like DJ list before his ring walk even started. He was getting the crowd hype. He definitely know how to hype up the crowd. New York was loving it. They were loving it.
hmm
You know, the crowd was actually acting like they was on T.O.'s side at first,
mm,
and then it
man.
shifted. I seen the same thing happen in every Bud Crawford fight I've been to. They was booing him with Canelo, and then it shifted. They did the same. They tried that with Shakur, but Shakur had fans in the building too. But
That's why that's why I think Madison Square Garden for that night of fighting was an excellent choice because Teofimo is from Brooklyn, Miami. Lives in Miami, but he's from Brooklyn. Um, Shushu, of course, he's from New York as well. Uh, Shakur is from New Jersey, which is down the street. So I
what
think it
was
was
I
an
watching? I
excellent
was watching somebody's podcast, and they said Shoe City is a real place. It is a real place.
Shoe City,
It was
Shoe
a
York,
real place.
Shoe
New
York.
York City. Yeah,
That's right.
he was out there. People were responding. That needs to be his thing. Like that's smart what he did.
Yeah, Shoe York. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
because now
definitely.
everywhere he goes, he can do that, and his people know. It's kind of like it reminded me of the WWE, how they all have like their little signatures that they do with the crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that. That was good. That was good. So, but it was Shakur. All right, so let's talk about after the fight.
After the fight.
Yeah, T.O. and his crazy ass gonna come and try to call out Bud Crawford.
That he must have had a concussion. That's all. I'm gonna chop it up to that. He had a concussion. He was not in his right state of mind
Do you think
because
his
ain't
father
no
was drunk?
definitely could have been. That's another. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's another thing, man. These fathers, man, they be tripping. These fathers,
Word, y'all can't
these
look.
niggas,
They stay
Devin,
talking about the
Devin.
mothers. The fathers be
Yeah, the
tripping
fathers be
too,
tripping, man.
man.
Devin Haney out there, father out there, Bill out there fighting and shit. Motherfucker, Teofimo father drunk as shit.
And
John
then
Morant father be out there cutting up.
did you
Like
see Brian Norman Senior just went through his stuff.
that's what I'm saying. Like they be the fathers out here tripping. You gotta say, man, get your father, man.
So
Get
father,
your
man.
father. Get your father. Y'all here tripping. Father drunk as shit. Oh,
Yo,
father
he
out here
sat
fighting.
in the corner, so that makes me think both of them knew that T.O. was gonna lose.
Yeah, he
I feel like he probably was just like, look, let me be drunk for this whole situation because I can't even, I
yeah, I can't yeah.
can't be
Probably
fully
saying,
aware. Like, let's get
yeah.
this check,
I
or
gotta
else we
have an
gonna,
excuse. I can't believe you about to lose this shit. Let me drink.
yeah, because he
Yeah.
definitely. When I went back and watched the fight, I was listening to him. I was like,
They
this
were
guy sound
saying that. They were saying, look, they were saying he was drunk the night before. And
fans. He didn't
if you
even
look at
show
the
up.
and if you look at the press conference, you seen what Shakur Stevenson said, I got a present for your father, and he poured out a bottle of liquor. That was the night. That was the night before the fight. So they
Mm,
must know something. You know, they probably say, "Yeah, this nigga father be drunk all the goddamn time." So they was making little. You know, they was alluding to that the whole time. Even Jay Press was like, he said something, and then Teofimo said, "You wasn't saying that when I came to your house and you was giving me wine." And he was like, "Yeah, I had to get you drunk." So you see what I'm saying? Like they probably know, like yeah, they be drinking. You see what I'm
Facts. I'm
saying?
like,
So
he think he getting them with that. Like, no, all you showing is that you really is a drunk. Okay.
yeah, you were drunk. Yeah, so you know they was showing it without showing it, but when Shakur Stevenson said, "Yeah, I got a gift for your father. Make sure you give it to him too," and he pulled out that bottle and gave it to Teofimo, and Teofimo said, "Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him too." And guess what? The next day he looked like he was still drunk. So he might have really gave it to him. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? Cause Modern King said it was a clown ring entrance. You ain't like the entrance, Modern King, that
You
T.O.
said what?
did.
You said
Um.
the entrance?
Yeah, his walkout that T.O. did. He said it was a clown, the clown entrance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess he did have on a bunch of dudes with masks on. But it was hype though, and then it was so funny because people expected like Keyshawn and Shakur. Well, Shakur's walkout was good. It started off slow though, but then he got us into it. But people
Hmm.
was expecting Keyshawn to come out hype, and everybody was standing up. We was like, oh, we going to church.
Wasn't expecting that.
We going to church. We know. I ain't mad at it, but
Yeah,
I was weak.
no, it seemed like Keyshawn had a coming to God moment after that last ordeal where he lost where he didn't make weight, and because now he's on this, which like I said, I ain't mad at. That's on to each his own. Every man need to find their way, but he was just, he been on this thing where he's like Jesus Christ, and and
I mean,
then
look, I'm all with it,
Shakur
but just
Stevenson said the same thing.
don't get Shakur. Look, don't get me
Shakur
started on
Shakur Shakur
Shakur.
said Shakur said after the fight, he said,
I heard him,
yeah, he wanted to shout out to Keyshawn because
but
he
wait,
called him, prayed for him, and all that. So
yeah, he did say that. But then at his after party, there's a clip of him. I don't know what is going on with Shakur. I don't know what this link is with Keyshawn. At his own after party, he goes, "Shout out to Keyshawn, who's about to take over boxing, and I am too." And I'm like, sir,
man, they could listen. It's a long
like,
game. Sometimes a chess could be a long game. So who
nah,
knows?
man, you
Who
can't be
knows?
just
I'm just saying.
who knows what. Who knows what? What you mean? Who knows?
Who me? I was just saying, like, who knows? It could be a long game. Like you said, you didn't want to get into it, so I don't want to get into it
No,
about.
I'm just saying I didn't. I'm just on that one thing because I didn't really understand that. Like, this is your after party. This was your night. I can understand you giving your friend credit, but how both of y'all gonna take over boxing? Like, y'all around the same weight.
Hmm.
So I just don't. I feel like Shakur is placating to Keyshawn.
A little too much for your comfort, huh?
Yes, too much for my comfort. It's just like, sir,
You
you're a
just want niggas to be mean.
I mean, this is the right game, ain't it? I
Yeah.
mean, I want you to be. I'm not saying you got to be me all the time. I'm just saying have some gravitas, some pride about yourself. You know what I'm
And it's my
saying?
this my night.
Yeah, it's your night. Yeah, Keyshawn was on the card, But for you to just like he said he's gonna take over. He didn't even say I'm gonna take over boxing. He gonna be with me. He said he's gonna take over boxing, and I am too. Like
Hmm.
I'm like, dang, you put that on him before you even put that on yourself.
That just might just be his personality. Like you said, he might just. I do feel like, yeah, Shakur, he's just that type of dude for real. But I get what you saying. You gotta be a little bit meaner in this game.
I
You
mean,
gotta be like, fuck them.
he's being like extra nice. This is not even just like normal nice. This is just like almost like you know. I feel like Shakur is like, let's not fight, please, let's not fight. Like that's his.
You think that's what it is? Like, no, I don't want to fight this nigga. Anybody, I don't want to fight this nigga.
Like he's trying
Could
because I
be,
think Shakur is strategic. I'm like Shakur probably like, nah, I'm about to be friends with Keyshawn. We ain't gonna fight. We not
could
gonna fight. Cause
could be.
sometimes I wonder with him. Cause I'm like, you already got Bud Crawford as your big bro. You already around Andre Ward. Like, how many more friends do you need? He got Keyshawn. They're like best friends, fine. But this placating thing is another thing. Like at the end of the day, if I had a friend who was also doing something that I'm doing, I'm going to support them. I'm going to big them up. But at the end of the day, you can't be better than me though.
Yeah.
Like even if that's my homie, like my strive, my goal for myself is to be the best. So like I don't know. It's like he want to share
What
the
you say?
wealth
What you
with
say? You
him.
say you say we both can't be the best, huh?
They both can be the best if they was in different weight classes, but they're too close in weight classes for them to like how is this going to play out? So we just going to have Shakur and we're going to have Keyshawn and what we going to do? They all going to fight the same people and we just going to compare like who does it better, I guess.
Man, listen. It seems as if at some point in time, that's the one thing about boxing. At some point in time, the best got to fight the best. And I can understand if they're actually like the Klitschko brothers. They both was heavyweights, and it was like it's no way we're going to fight each other. I get that because they're actually brothers, but
Yeah, that's different.
that's different. But just being friends with somebody is going to get to a point where, because what happens is people start to compare, right? And once that comparison start, then it becomes that thing where people start asking questions. Oh, they must, is that? Oh, they must be scared to fight each other, and I could wear it on people. And I think at some point, that's why, you said you didn't want to get into it, but I will say this: at some point, they will fight. I will say
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. I believe they will fight too. I think it's going to be more. Oh man, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, y'all. Keyshawn gonna get his. I mean, excuse me. Shakur Stevenson is gonna get his heart broken.
Yeah,
He
I
gonna get
do
his heart
see,
because I don't
and I
think
think, I
that.
think, I think I know what you're saying too. I think what you're saying is at some point it's going to reveal that this dude ain't as close to you as you think. So
I think it's like a dude and a girl's relationship to where it's like Shakur's the girl and he's like, oh Keyshawn, like let's be together forever. Keyshawn's like, I like you, I rock with you, you
but I
like
want your spot.
you like wifey, but I'm also looking for I'm looking for other things on the side. Like
Good gracious.
I feel like that's how Keyshawn is. Like he like, yeah,
What
that's
you
my
think
boy
they got?
right
What?
now.
Hold on, cuz. What you think they got going on? What's this going on? What you think is happening?
No, I ain't saying that. I'm
No,
not saying
I'm
that,
just
but
saying.
I'm just saying just the way Shakur be acting though sometimes it's like this placating to because he's all if you notice, he's always the one saying it. He's always the one like, we're not gonna fight. We're not gonna fight.
They're
But when
gonna
people
fight.
ask Sean, he don't talk with that same passion. It's not that same energy behind it. He just like, nah, we're not gonna fight.
Nah,
That's
that's why I believe they will. Because when you the best, when you the best, people want to see. Now, all right, fuck it. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, they both still undefeated. They both still at the top of their game. They both in the same weight class. That money gonna be on the table, and I don't care what nobody say. If the fans are saying it, and the boxing enthusiasts, the boxing analysts are saying it, other boxers are saying it, at some point in time, you're gonna have to say, "Look, man, you got to put up or shut up. This belt is up. This belt is up for grabs, and this money is up for grabs. Legacy is up for grabs." And I think at some point, that's what I said. I think some point they're gonna have to dance, and I think that's where we'll see that Shakur probably be
Yeah.
more hurt behind the antics behind it, because from there their friendship may never be the same, and shit like that tends to happen. It's
I
like
think Keyshawn gonna do something before, cause I feel like it's something gonna happen before
it
this,
could be chess. That's what I'm saying. It could be chess.
and
That's
it's
what I said.
gonna be
Chess, man.
more
It could be
than this.
long. I
This
agree. I
whole
agree.
thing, kind of like this show off type of this showdown thing between them two. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because I mean, both of them could move up. That's the thing. Like, I don't feel like Keyshawn and Shakur are that even different in size. I feel like Keyshawn is just more leaner than Shakur is. But they both can put on weight. Keyshawn can put on
Yeah.
weight. Shakur can put on weight. They both could go to 47. You know,
It's 2026 now. I
I
say
give it.
by
I said
2029 they
2 years.
fighting. 2029 they fighting.
I give it 2 years before their friendship crumbles because to me, Keyshawn cares more about. I think Keyshawn is the one who really wants to be that
Top
star
dog. I
by
don't think.
any
I don't think
means. He want
Keyshawn.
to
I
be the
don't think
star by
Keyshawn.
any means necessary.
I can agree with that, and I think Shakur Stevens, especially at the moment, especially right now, I think he just outshines. Okay, like look, he was under him in the fight card, so it just is what it is. I think he's a bigger draw than Keyshawn right now, so he's gonna
I do
always
think that
eclipse.
Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. Like I think
Yeah,
he's
he
more,
definitely. I think he's definitely a better boxer, but I think
but
Keyshawn is
Keyshawn
more.
he
He's more
Keyshawn,
exciting. He's more exciting.
but Keyshawn also is wilder. Like I feel like if you was to put them two in the ring, I feel like Shakur would still be nervous because first of all, Keyshawn has got that energy. He got that energy. Like you could tell that he has a dominating energy. And then when he get in there with them crazy eyes, and I
Hmm.
just feel like, he remind me of Bud in that way too, because I know Bud has that energy too, like that. Like I always be telling people, y'all think y'all want to see Boots and Bud, but y'all don't understand when Boots get in the ring with Bud and look over there, he's going to get intimidated. It's not like running into him outside of the ring. That's different. When he's standing over there, see him gloved up and looking mean, he's going to get intimidated. So I was telling people, like, y'all don't really want that fight. Y'all need to be thanking Crawford for not, you know, pushing for Boots. You know,
Hmm.
I
Hey,
think
I,
I think
I I
either
ain't
he,
gonna lie. I do
yeah.
think. I don't know. I think well, Boots got to come up a little bit, but I think at some point Boots and Bud Crawford might even fight. Cause it's like
Nah,
who out there? Like who's out there
nah.
though? Like
Bud
who?
is done. Bud is retired. He's not coming back.
He ain't
And he
done. He ain't
definitely
done. He's not done.
he's
He
done.
not. He not. Cause he's done. Let me put it this
He's
way.
made it clear
He
at
not
the
the.
ring,
He not the cash cow right now.
huh?
So he's not the cash cow. Canelo still is the money.
Nah,
I
Bud is
I really
definitely
I really no I really sincerely
ready.
feel
Turkey,
I
that's Turkey's guy. He would put up
I know
money
that
for
I know that.
Bud.
But who is all right? So put it this way, that's his guy. Who is he going to fight right now? It's
No,
only
no, no, no,
one
no.
per.
Listen. This is why I'm saying he's not going to come back because he was going to do the undisputed for 160, but then homeboy popped dirty. Is that Andrade Modern King? Was that the one who popped dirty? What's the guy? Who's the guy who just popped dirty? Modern King that was supposed to fight Bud, and Bud said, "I got my eye on you." Then he popped dirty, so that went down the drain. So I don't think he's coming back. The only way I could see Bud coming back is for an expedition fight. If I think he would come back to fight Mayweather.
That's this is my thing. This is what I'm saying. Bud will fight again. It just has to make sense money wise. Remember when he fought Canelo, he wasn't the cash cow. Canelo was. Canelo was the draw. He beat Canelo. So now I beat the best. Let me sit down. Because who else is out there that he can fight that will demand the money that he will deserve?
Yeah.
Could be,
Can I
but
tell you that
it
I
just it
wanted
just
him to
gotta
fight
be.
Benavidez.
It just gotta
Janabek,
be.
that's what it was. He was supposed to fight Janabek. He was going to undispute with Janabek. It was either because Janabek and Laura had the fight, but then Janabek popped dirty. He was going to take the winner because that winner was going to be the champion of the division, and he was just going. You know how Bud do? He like to go in and just swoop all the belts from somebody. So he was just going to go and take the super champion and go ahead and get that undisputed for the last time. That I
Hmm.
mean the four times undisputed, which I was looking forward to because I wanted Bud Crawford to end his career at Omaha. I wanted him to end his last fight in Omaha. I just felt like that would have been a good,
Good send
complete
off, yeah.
circle. And it seemed like it was being built up for that, but I don't know. Something went down. Something went down because I didn't expect him to just retire after the Janabek thing. He was talking about, you know, going to 160, possibly. He never officially said it, but he did put out this little video talking about Janabek, I got my eye on you. So
Hmm.
he was throwing subliminals, and he has a shirt that says four times undisputed. He was
Hmm.
wearing, and people was like, "Yo, what's up
I
with that?"
Yeah, I just like I said, I just feel like he will fight again. It just got to make sense, and it has to be someone. And to be honest, I think the only fighter right now who can give him that will generate that type of buzz and money again, but no one will want to really see it. But people still will buy it. It just got to be some time between it. Is Canelo versus Bud again? Like that's the only one that will make sense money
But
wise.
yeah,
Money
but
wise,
but they didn't want that rematch. They was lying, acting
of
like they
course,
wanted a rematch.
of
And Bud
course,
said
but that's the
nobody
only.
ever contacted him about that rematch.
Of
So
course, and
Canelo
they
don't
they
think that.
not they not. I don't think that will happen. I don't think that one will happen. But I do believe that's the only one that could generate that type of money because Canelo fans are like they with him till like
Benavidez would
forever.
generate that money too, though, because the Latino community wants someone Latino to beat Bud Crawford. They was actually calling out to Benavidez after the Canelo fight.
Yeah. Now it would take, like I said. Remember I was saying earlier. I said it would take one of these fighters that have a country behind them to generate that money. So,
Nah, man, we giving these Latinos too much credit.
but that's just
Black
what it is. Look,
fighters,
they
nah,
stick
black fighters,
together like that. They come out in droves. That's just what
but
it. That's
I'm telling
always
you,
been it.
I want boxing to get audited because I don't feel like I feel like they lie. They lie. I feel like they lie on the numbers when it comes to the black fighters because why don't we ever talk about the fact that Mexico gets free pay-per-views and that has a lot to do with Canelo's numbers?
Oh wow. Talk
Yeah,
about
certain aspects of
it.
Mexico get free pay-per-views. They don't never talk about that part. And that's why he
Hey,
has the numbers that he has. But nobody brings up that ever.
no, that was a great point. Great point. Because what could you do with that?
You can't do nothing with that. But they keep that on the hush hush.
Well, that's part of it. Like I said, if they can, we know how this should go.
But this is
But
why I
if
said
anyway, if they can inflate the numbers in any way to make it look like whatever it looks like, then that's what they would do. But a part of it is that that's just the game, though. And I'm not saying that it's fair. I know it's not. I'm just saying that's just the way it is.
I just think that's what we've been conditioned to think because these Latinos need the black fighters. They need them. Like no one watches these Latinos fight each other like that. When you want like no one talks about it. No one talks about it. when the black fighters fight each other, everybody talks about it. Whether you fighting a black fighter or a Latino fighter, it's gonna be talked about. The black fighters are carrying the sport for real. And this
Well,
is what I want to call out.
that's
I want to
always been though. That's always been.
Yeah,
That's
but
damn near the history of fucking fighting.
I don't like the way they try to do this revision of history. It reminds me of what they do to black people, in real life, how they try to rewrite slavery, rewrite history, rewrite what really happened. Like they do the same thing in boxing. Like they will lie right in these dudes' face. You
But
think
we
they
know
not
that's the
fudging the numbers?
yeah, we know that's the case. Like that's the thing. But that's the thing that has always been a part of boxing, and I don't think it's always going to be. But I do think like this is what makes boxing so interesting, just because of the history of it. The history of it, where it's
It's
at,
an American sport.
where it went, and where it is now. It's getting harder and harder. Just like everything else, it's like we have to always fight for our positions in life in general. And I think it's starting to change, because everything is being exposed in real
Yeah.
time.
I'm waiting
So
for boxing. Boxing is an industry that has not quite been exposed yet. So I'm waiting for boxing's moment to get exposed because I feel like it's been a lot of lies going on in this boxing machine because stuff just don't make sense. It
you know
doesn't make
what,
sense.
Chaz? You know what?
If
Cause
these boxers, if these black boxers were so bad at numbers, why do y'all want to fight them? Y'all should be fighting each other. If Latinos make so much money,
hey, great
why
point.
aren't they fighting each other? They should
Great point.
only be, they could have took over the whole game if that was true. It
If
doesn't
that's the
even make
case, right?
sense. Yes, it doesn't make sense. The
You ain't
Latinos
lying.
need to be fighting Latinos, and if y'all are that great, if y'all
But
bringing
you know
those
what? Cause
together,
I think that'd be a great thing to explore, especially on your channel. Is just like little things like that. The history of it,
oh
what's really
yeah,
going on. Yeah, for sure. Like
definitely.
do,
That's why I'm
do
trying to
those
pop
do
this
those deep
channel a lot
dives.
more.
Yeah.
I have a lot of ideas for this channel, and I'm ready to ask the hard questions. That's what I want to know. I'm ready to
There
ask
you
the hard
go.
questions, and this is why they did. And this is why I rock with Bud Crawford so much because Bud, people don't understand that. Man, this is what pisses me off about the black community though, because they put Bud through hell, not really understanding what he was doing. Like Bud made PBC show him the books. He made them see. He made them show him where the numbers were going. Let me tell y'all, boxers remind me of musical artists. They do not really pay attention to their contracts. And they don't really understand. I don't think all boxers understand the business of boxing. But
Well, that's all.
that's why they call
Hmm.
boxing the Wild Wild West because you're taking people, like you said, people who are coming out of the trenches. They probably aren't that educated in the first place. And then you get a manager who might not be 100% for you, for themselves, because that happens too. You get promoters who are always looking out for themselves. Like these boxers get taken advantage of the same way musical artists get taken advantage of in the music industry. Like it's still going on to this day. Stuff that happened in the 1950s, 40s to musical artists are still going through that till this day. I mean, look at all the stuff that happened with Diddy. Nobody has publishing, nobody has ownership. They're not even getting paid for stuff that they're doing. Like, that's crazy. I think the
Mm.
same thing happens in boxing too. Like, how many of these boxers really know? Like, if you're making your own promotional videos, you have your own channel, those are negotiating tactics.
Yeah, a lot of them probably wouldn't know that
You know what
or
I'm
take it
saying?
into
Like, they're a
consideration.
brand in themselves. Like, but I don't know. That's why you got to be smart. You know what I'm saying? And people was hating on Bud because Bud was going, doing the other stuff, and it was getting him. They was mad at him for it. They was mad and they was blocking him.
Mm.
So that's the business right there, though. But that's changing now that Turkey came in. They can't do that no more. They can't do that no more because fighters can just go to Turkey. So Turkey kind of changed the game with that. And that's why I like that
Yeah.
he's in here because he came in as like the godfather and was like, look, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Straight up came in and saved boxing like, like like, oh, you want some money? Just be willing to fight and I got you. That's literally how he set it up. I
Which is
got you.
great for, yeah, it's great. I can say it's great for the sport because if that's all, like I say, if the money's gonna be there, I think these fighters will fight each other, but you got to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This was a great card though. I am so happy that I went to this fight.
I know you had fun there.
Yeah, man. I had a good time. It was brick though. It was brick in New York.
Go.
I was like, they better not ever pick a January 31st date ever again. It was so cold. It felt like a punishment to be outside. Like straight up.
I know it did.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, cuz. But I'm ready for the next fight though, for real, for real.
Oh yeah,
This
this was ring 6, so ring 7 should be a good one. So
yeah, ring six. I have a feeling they probably gonna end up going over to the UK to do some stuff.
yeah,
I'm ready to
possibly.
see the women box though.
Oh yeah,
I
Clarissa
mean,
and what's the girl name?
yeah, don't she
Cruz.
got a
This
fight
run,
coming
yeah,
up?
she got, yep, February 22nd.
Mm,
That's coming up.
mm,
Franchon Cruz
yeah,
Dezern, is that her name? Dezern Cruz Dezern
yeah. Fresh
Dejan. Yeah.
Cruz. So when is that supposed to be happening? You
Um,
said February 2nd.
February,
Where is it? It's in
no,
Detroit.
February 22nd.
I mean, it's in Michigan.
Yeah, in Detroit. Yep, that's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, Flint. She's in Flint.
It's gonna be a
Yeah, she
Little
always
Caesars
fight out
Arena. So the title that's on the line is the Undisputed Women's Heavyweight Championship. So, and this will be a rematch of their 2016 bout. So,
there. Hmm.
which was their professional debut. So let's see how this goes. I'm a tune in for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
I
a
don't
tune.
think I really don't think Clarissa's gonna lose though. So I mean, this is
We
all
need
this
more
way.
women boxers though, because I feel like we actually just saw Caroline fight. We just saw Baumgartner fight. Now Clarissa's about to fight. And I feel like that's really all the female boxers I really follow.
Yeah, I think as women show that there can be actual, like show. I think man, you had a conversation about this before that when women can kind of show them being, still feminine but still could box, and I think it'll open up doors for more women that want to become boxers and be, a professional fighter.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah. But yeah, women's boxing is it's changing. But back to what I was gonna say earlier, I am excited now about the crop that's coming up. You know, as long as Shakur don't start acting too big for his britches, and Keyshawn
yeah, I
don't
think
start
he's all
acting
right.
too big for his britches, you know, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I
But we
think
got what shoes coming up. We got
Abdullah Mason,
Abdullah Mason. Who was that other guy? There's this other guy with dreads.
uh,
I forget his name.
Shock.
Yes, Shock.
Uh,
And then what about What's that other one they call Africa? There's an Africa guy. That's not Shushu, is it?
Mm-mm.
Hitchinson.
Uh-huh.
Hitchinson needs to get in the ring. Hitchens. He needs to get in the ring. That's the thing. He was even acting a little. I forget. Somebody was calling him out, and he was acting like he need to fight this person. I want to see Andy Cruz and Keyshawn though. Still,
I
did you
think
see that Andy Cruz fight?
who?
Andy Cruz and what's his name? Come on, Modern King. Who's the Modern King is helping me in the chat. Who's the other guy that who's the guy that whatchamacallit just fought? I forget his name. Oh, Andy Cruz just fought is it Moratila? Moratila? Yeah, Moratila. Every time you write it, it just now comes to Moratila. He just fought him and he lost. Everyone was surprised. But I still want to see that Keyshawn fight. You still want to see that Keyshawn fight, Modern King? With Andy Cruz and Keyshawn, or you think it's done now? Because Keyshawn acting like it's done now. What you think, Bleak?
I don't know. It's let's
Do you
say,
think
man,
it's done,
somebody
or do you think they should fight?
what happens is sometimes when fighters win, it's like, yeah, I could have fought you, but now it's not worth it now. So it might be done because sometimes you just move on to bigger and better things. Like again, it's a lot of that times with this fighting stuff, it be about the money, unless it's extremely personal and they have the cachet to say, nah, I
He
want to
beat
fight
the
this person.
man 3 times in the amateurs. You don't want to get that back.
You might want to get it back, but
This is the meanness that I'm talking about. This is the mean because I think if I was a man, I think like if
you
I was
trying to
a
beat everybody ass that beat your ass before. You trying
word, like I would have to
to
run that back. I would be like,
go.
yo, you had me when I was younger, when I was less experienced. Let me go ahead and show you what it is now. Like, like, how was that not?
I want to. I've been training now.
Man, he been winning. Sometimes I just feel like some of these dudes need to get people out the way sooner. Like, just get them out the way. I would be trying to ruin careers. I'd be like, nah, let me go ahead and just make it
This-
hard for the man.
this is why women don't have testosterone because the way y'all think, you want to get back, you want blood.
Oh,
Like nah. Remember, you used to whip me up in fifth grade. Remember, you used to whip me. We back now. This you seen that shit? The lady just did that shit to that girl. She chased her down in the subway or somewhere. It was somewhere, in the mall or something. And she was like, "Remember, you used to bully me." And the girl was like, "I don't know you." She was like, "Yeah, you used to bully me." The girl took her glass off. She was like, "Yeah." She kind of turned around, looked at her, and was like, "You still mad about that?" She's like, "Hell yeah, bop." Hell yeah, I'm still mad about that shit.
nah, that's petty as hell. That's petty
If
as
I find
hell.
if I find that video, I'm gonna send it to you because you're gonna be like, she was like, she chased that girl down. Like, you don't remember me? You used to bully me. She's like,
Nah,
I don't
that
remember
bullying stuff
you.
be giving people psychological damage though. Like,
Yeah, she wanted to give her motherfucking facial damage. Hey, nah, that's you. You used to bully me.
ah,
That
that
shit was
is
funny.
funny as
That shit
hell.
just happened like the other day, and
Oh,
that
now you're
video
telling
been.
me that's not a fighter's mentality though to want
It should
to.
be
It should be right.
like this nigga used to whoop you in the amateurs, have you all falling
Three
through the ropes and
times.
everything 3 times, knocking your mouthpiece out. You don't want no get back.
I mean, even Devin and Ryan had to settle that score, and they didn't even have. They was like back and forth with it. Like I think Dev won 3 and Ryan won 2 or something like that. Like they still had to, even though Ryan went and had to cheat. but at least they got in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And that was part of the buildup. It was like, yeah, we was going toe for toe in the amateurs. Now we about to see, and that's what it should
That's
be. This,
kind of that's kind of how it was with Roach and Javante, with Lamont
yeah,
Roach and Javante.
and that's
So
why that
it's
fight was successful. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, because Tank, everybody thought Tank was cherry picking, but look what happened.
yeah, it's like I said, it has to be that we going back in circles, but that's what it is. If the fighter's got some history, that's a story there. The story could be sold. So now you can build around that
Yeah,
story.
but the fighter gotta want to do it. If the fighter is too big for his britches and he's acting like, oh, this is what I'm talking about, because this is the part I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you became a world champion. You only got one belt, then you lost it, and now you acting like you too big to fight Andy Cruz. I understand Andy Cruz isn't a world champion yet. That's why I was mad that he lost, man. Because I felt like, Andy, if he would have had that belt, he could have really pressed Keyshawn.
Mm-hmm.
Now he got to kind of start over. And Keyshawn, I guess I understand. Keyshawn's looking at it as, look, I'm not going to give you the opportunity. But to me, he should just, if you know you can beat him, that's what makes me wonder about Keyshawn sometimes. I'm like, yo, is he like scared of Andy Cruz?
Hmm.
Because my whole thing is like, if you know you can beat him, you already at the world champion status. You've been training with Bomac and all of them. You've been around the elites. You should just want to finish this guy off. And I really liked it because I wanted, Andy Cruz is with, um, he's with the Philly team. He's with Boots' father, Bozy. And then you had Keyshawn with Bomac. I mean, that was just perfect. Like, do you see that
Mm-hmm.
storyline right there? And they let that just slip
Mm-hmm.
out their hands. Those two teams against each other, it's almost like Bud Crawford and Boots, but we get the different, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same dynamic in a sense. And now that just, because now Keyshawn ain't with, Bomac no more. So it's not, that really added a special element to it, with the history of Boots and Bud, and then having Keyshawn and Andy Cruz. Like, ah, man. That's why I was wishing, I was like, dang, Keyshawn, you should have just stayed with them until you got that Andy Cruz fight and then left. Cause that storyline just it really would have pushed the fight.
Mm.
But the other thing I think you said, Modern King said Keyshawn would have whooped homie off of pure energy. I think that's what I said. You talking about Andy Cruz? I mean, because Keyshawn does have that very intimidating energy. You know, what
Mm-hmm.
was I about to say though? Um, yeah, man. I just hope I hope Keyshawn and Shakur don't, and I hope they don't wait too long to get back in the ring. I hope it's not like another year. I hope they
That's
fight
one.
again
That's
in the
one
summer.
thing. That's one thing I wish fighters did do. At least two fights
At least
a
two
year.
fights a year.
At
At
least two
least.
fights. Yeah, I think they could do better with that. But
I,
I
I,
mean,
I honestly,
I
I
get
feel
it
like
though. But
when you get to champion level, I don't think you should be fighting a whole bunch. I don't. I feel like two fights a year is actually a good amount of time to recuperate, get back in camp, and then prepare for another fight. But it
mm-hmm.
shouldn't be anything less than twice a year. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. Because they got to keep the momentum going. I mean, this has been the last year has been a great. I mean, it's since Turkey got in the game, boxing has been amazing. I mean, we got the Bivol, the Better Be fight. We got, Canelo Crawford. We got Morrell and we got the two Davids. That was crazy. Like Turkey's, we would have never gotten these fights if Turkey wasn't around.
Right.
So I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
ready.
looking. I think we're gonna see some the next, especially like I said, fight seven, ring seven. I mean, and we're gonna see some explosive fight because people, like I said, they starting to really build up the interest into these fights and these like what's next for Devin Haney? Like who he gonna fight next? He gonna have to get in the
Well,
ring
he
with
was
Keyshawn or
trying to
somebody.
get who was this ducking because the boxing machine is trying to Eddie Hearn has something against Devin because who was Devin trying to fight? Devin just called out somebody and now I don't know. There's like politics going on now, you know,
Hmm.
like Devin and Conor Ben could fight. That would be a good fight.
I think that's why Shakur called out Conor Ben because he got a country behind him. That's that shit. Because I'm like, I don't think it kind of been, size wise, maybe a little bit bigger, but skill wise, I don't think that. I think he'll wash him too.
But the thing about it is, Conor Ben is the one who actually was talking trash about Tate and Shakur and Devin, and he was the one who was throwing himself up in the mix. And then they both ended up on the Ariel Hawani show because their interviews were like back to back. So they ended up coming on the show together. And that's when he. But I don't think Conor Ben wants to fight Shakur. I don't think he wants to because even after that call out, Shakur did. They caught Conor Ben walking down the street the next day and they was talking about, so you really gonna fight Shakur? He talking about, oh, Shakur just wants a money fight. That's what he kind of Ben thinks he is on a level that he's not on. First of all, the UK people don't even rock
That's
with him
how.
like that. The
That's
UK
usually
people
how
do
it
not
go though.
rock with Ben like that. They think he's a drug cheat. Like they take that stuff very serious over there.
Hmm.
That's why he was on Pierce Morgan, like almost crying, trying to act like even though he was banned for 2 years, he tried to act like it was a lie. So why was you banned for 2 years then?
Hmm.
He tries to act like he Conor Ben gets on my nerve. Why? Wait, can we talk about why nobody talking about Conor Ben's hair?
Because you're a weirdo.
Why
Like,
is nobody talking about Conor Ben's hair?
look
Why does he look like that?
like look like Cisco.
Conor Ben is going through an identity crisis. Why is he walking around thinking he a white man?
Looking like Cisco.
He don't even look like Cisco. I can't even disrespect Cisco like that. Conor Ben looks like a Ken doll. Okay, he looks like a Ken doll. He even like his hair is straight. It's like he straightened it or something. Like, oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
like he got a perm and he dyed it.
Yes, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. I just can't believe nobody's talking about Conor Ben's hair. People are showing him so much respect. I cannot believe it. I'm just like, this guy looks ridiculous.
Because you wild.
I'm just saying though, why nobody talking about it? Ain't nobody saying nothing about that man's hair. I don't know. I might have to do a special video just for Conor Ben's his blonde,
I told you these boxes be off. They be off tilt a little bit, man. So what you
fact.
expect? Man, nigga look crazy. So fuck it.
Modern King, you want to come up and say what's up?
Come on up,
Timbo,
cause I
you
got,
still in the
cause I got,
chat?
I got,
You
I
got
got to drop. Yeah,
okay.
come
I'm
on
gonna
up.
drop Timbo. Come take the link.
Somebody come take my space. Who gonna come up?
Timbo still around or Timbo dip off?
Well, this is a nice live though, cause I enjoy it.
That's what's up, cause we
You
gonna be
already
back.
know.
We gonna be
Yeah, we're
back. Come
gonna
on,
do this way more
come on,
often.
don't be scared.
Do this way more often.
Facts. Yeah,
Who
we gonna
coming
be
up?
on.
Come on, somebody come up so I can drop down.
Wait, where? How do I get? I'm still learning how to work this.
I can. I think I can leave. Let me see something.
Yeah, you
All
should be
right.
able to just click
Yeah.
off.
All right, cuz I'll holler at you.
Okay, sure thing.
All right. All right. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, man. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. This has been a crazy boxing weekend. Not really sure why Conor Ben is getting so much grace for this bad hairdo. But you know how it is. You know how it is, y'all. Who gonna come up and chat with me? Cause we need to hold on where I'm at. Oh, here I go. Yeah, man. I want to hear about what y'all thought about the fights. I want to hear. Oh, wait, let me go back and look through the comments. I think it was some stuff I was missing. Yeah, you right though, Modern King. He definitely deserved the backlash. I think that I think that I think T.O. learned a lesson that you don't just go around talking trash and think karma don't come back on you. Cause the shenanigans he was pulling, his racist stuff. And look, the same thing happened to Ryan. Ryan got karma too. He ended up getting knocked out by Rolly of all people. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. But I don't know, you guys. I had an amazing time. Hold on real quick. But what was the other thing you was talking about? Oh, with Turkey, like Turkey coming in the game really switched up a lot of things. Like these fighters, they don't have no excuse to um to be playing around. Like it's a new day, new grace. We need y'all fighting out here. We need everybody fighting each other all the time. Yeah, man. Everyone hit the like button. For those who are in the chat, hit the like button. You know, this is grassroots right here. We you know, we taking it from the beginning. These are the brainstorming days. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you said you think we can get 2 more years out of Big Turk as long as Tank don't demand Ferraris. But I don't think Turkey's waiting on I do not think that Turkey is waiting on Tank at all. I think he's basically figured that that's not going to happen. But I have a feeling Tank might have to put his tail between his legs and come to Turkey because of the way things are going, he's gonna need a big payday. I feel like he only took that fight with Jake because he needed a payday. But it would have been more respectful for him to work with Turkey than to work with Jake. Like that was just dumb. But he's gonna need a big payday, especially if he gets past his legal stuff. He's probably gonna have to end up coming back to Turkey, and you know Turkey's gonna put everybody in front of him that he don't want. He gonna put Shakur in front of him. He gonna put Devin in front of him. He gonna put Kid Austin in front of him. Well, I don't even know. I don't even know if Turkey's dealing with Kid Austin no more. But you got Abdullah. I mean, there's a lot of options for Tank. A lot of options. He can do the Roach rematch. Tank still has a lot of options. You said I think Turkey big on character, and I don't think he will stand for someone like Tank. Where is the ignorance come into play? Like Turk needs him exactly. And this is the karma. I don't yo, this let me tell y'all something. Ever since 2020, I feel like this has been the era of truth. Okay. Like you cannot just be doing people any kind of way no more. Like look how it's all coming back. Turkey then gave all his money to boxing. He's put a lot of money into boxing. Like, I don't know why people think this man is just going to be disrespected. Like, nah. And the thing about it is, I don't know if Turkey will work with Kid Austin again because of the shenanigans he pulled out there in Saudi. But I do think that he will work with Tank. I do, even despite Tank talking about he wants 2 Ferraris. Tank has never said anything about his country. Tank has never said anything about his religion. I don't think so. So I think that Turkey will still work with Tank. Tank gotta step up. He need to either step up or retire. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to step up or retire because boxing has got to change. If they want boxing to get to the top level that it used to be at, we have to keep putting on good fights. Just plain and simple. Plain and simple. So, I mean, that's where we at with it, y'all. That is where we're at with it. But I'm going to look, I guess everybody's busy. Don't nobody got time to come up and chat with me. But it's okay because I'm going to do another live this week. We're going to talk about Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson. We're going to go a little bit more into depth about what I think about that friendship, where I think it's going to go. Because I don't know, y'all. I'm really interested to see how close. I mean, look, they calling each other and praying together. That's a good sign. You know, those who pray together stay together. But I feel like Keyshawn is a very unpredictable person. And, Keyshawn already didn't jump in and took the man's fight. People was talking about Devin and Keyshawn. I mean, Devin and Shakur. Then Keyshawn interjected himself talking about, nah, I'll fight you, no rehydration clause. Nobody thinks that was a little disrespectful. Am I tripping? Was that not a little disrespectful as a friend? Like, if I know that my friend is going after a fight, I would like fall back and at least see if it's going to play out. But he kind of threw Shakur under the bus, like, yo, you want rehydration? Nah. I'll fight you, no rehydration. Like, this is why I said, I don't know if Shakur is going to be seeing these signs. Like, homie, your friend kind of snubbed you a little bit. If he did it once, he'll do it again. He even tried to do that with Tank, y'all. Do y'all remember just last year when Shakur kept talking about Tank? And then Keyshawn came out talking about he want to fight Tank. And remember, Bud had to get in and was like, yeah, but Big Bro got to get it first. They were at a different fight. And they were all talking. And, they was calling out Tank. And Bud had to put it in perspective. He was like, yeah. Let Big Bro talking about Shakur. He got to get that first. That's what Bud said. And I'm like, I'm noticing a pattern here. Look, y'all, I'm observant, okay? I am so observant, and I don't be forgetting nothing. Because I peeped when he did that, too. So my whole thing is, I feel like Keyshawn has an inner battle with himself to be better than Keyshawn. I mean, be better than Shakur. I think that's going on within of Keyshawn. And he also has to be better than Shakur. And you see what Hitchenson's told him to his face. He said, you are not better than Shakur. You are not a better boxer to Shakur. You see, Keyshawn, he wanted to say something, but he ain't say nothing. So would you say, hell yeah, Key just started getting popping. Shakur been popping for a minute. No lies detected. Chassie T, realist boxing talk. All righty, Queen. Appreciate your integrity. Thank you. You always gonna get integrity over here. And I, look, sometimes, sometimes you just gotta, all the time you gotta keep it real. As real as you can keep it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to jump to conclusions on things, but I'm starting to notice little patterns with Keyshawn. I'm just little details I'm starting to pick up on where I'm going. Shakur, be careful, sir. Be careful. Because Shakur, he has like this innocence about him. And part of me is just like, I feel bad because I'm like, Shakur's going to get his heart broken. Keyshawn's going to break his heart. Keyshawn's going to break his heart, y'all. Get ready. Get ready. We're going to talk about that later on during the week, though, because I'm going to go into even more detail about just this whole friendship and I don't know. And don't get me wrong, like I understand Keyshawn, they're like a team, they support each other, they help each other. All of that's great, y'all. I'm not saying that you can't have friends in boxing, but you should only have friends in boxing with a certain understanding. And that's like, look, this is what we do. We might have to fight one day, but don't take it personal if I beat your ass. Like, don't take it personal. This is just a part of the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why you gotta do what Bud did. Well, all Bud's friends is in different weight classes or they retired. Okay? He cool with Usyk. He cool with Bivol. He cool with all of the people that's all these weights up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you gotta do it. You gotta pick people. They either gotta be from a different generation or a different weight class. Like, you should not be too cool with people in and around your weight class. You just shouldn't. Or it should be an understanding there. Like, look, this is our job. This is what we do. What you say, Modern King? You say you are a free thinking individual, but yeah, I follow the sport. I love boxing. This is why I get so irritated with stuff. I actually love boxing. I love seeing these men get in the ring and show their skill after all the hard work, the dedication that they put in, the obedience, the discipline, the sacrifice. Like, I mean, boxing should be an honorable sport just based off of those things. Like, you have to get, and you could die in there. Like, that does not ever leave my mind that you can die in there. So, I think that boxing should be a lot more, it should be more celebrated, it should be more honored, but it should be a very honorable sport in the sense that there's certain guidelines, there's certain rules, but there's also, it should be set up to where people can't duck each other though. Like, everybody should have to meet their match. Like, everybody should have to see the people in their weight class. Like, that's how it should be. This should be for the warriors for real. Like, if you can't cut it, you can't cut it. But there shouldn't be all this finagling around. I'm going to pick this person. I'm going to pick that person. This person is below me. They ain't did nothing. They can't sell. It's just like all these stupid lies people can come up with. Like, why doesn't Rolly want to fight Devin Haney? He's talking about he going to run the whole time. Like, shut up. Shut up. You don't want that payday. This is why I think boxers are scared of each other. People say that they're not, but it don't make any sense any other way. Like, I would fight some of these people. You pay me $2 million, no training. I will get up in there and I will try my best. And I would just have to pray and ask the Lord that I come out as whole as I went in. But you think I wouldn't jump up in there? I'll jump up in there for 700,000. Okay, 500,000. I'll go ahead and go in there and see what happens. This is why I don't understand. It's like these dudes, they like, even if you got millions, like you are in a sport where you can literally keep making millions. Like, you young. Stack that thing up. Stack it up right now. I don't get that. I do not get that. You said I want Berlanga to come. You said I want Berlanga to continue his boxing career, but Big Turk gonna get him the fight that makes sense. Yeah. What is next for Berlanga? I almost forgot about Berlanga Modern King. Where is he at? He calmed down a lot. He was all out here acting like a rapper. Now he real quiet now. He real quiet now. Who you want to see him fight? I don't really know. Where is Belonga at? He's at 175 or 168? Cause I don't really know what's out there for Berlanga right now. Is Berlanga big enough to fight Benavidez? Um, yeah, maybe Benavidez. What weight class Modern King is Berlanga at? 168 or 175? Berlanga at Turkey event along with Demetrius. Oh, he was? He was at this last event in Madison Square Garden? Oh, they over 200? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So you want him to fight Andrade. Oh, they at 68. 68 is kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I guess the only person really there is Canelo. And he already fought Canelo. He gonna have to I feel like Berlanga, I feel like his career went too fast. He got so many names like so quick. But Berlanga might have to move up. Like, who else is there? Who else is there for him to fight? Who else is at 168 that he can fight? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's not really much left, to be honest. I don't know. Berlanga's career was moved really weird. Like, he was pushed up so quick. He has a great resume, but I mean, I don't know. He's gotten beaten by the elite fighters. He got beat by Shiraz, beat by Canelo. Mm, I mean, that's probably why we haven't heard nothing from him. They don't know what to do with him. He's gonna have to move up or move down, which I don't know. He might do better if he went down a weight class, maybe 160. I don't know. We're gonna see what's going on with Big Bad Berlanga, Mr. New York. Came out with all New York's came out with the came out with the elder rap generation and lost. That was crazy. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all stopping by and coming into Chassis T's Counter Reaction Live. I had to get on here and talk about the fight card. It was such a good card. I feel like I'm leaving something out though. We went, we had talked about Bruce, we talked about Keyshawn, we talked about Shakur. The event overall was packed in there. Okay. It was definitely sold out. There wasn't any empty seats at all. It looked great in there, man. The energy was crazy. And Madison Square Garden has like the best setup for boxing matches. I went to Shakur's fight over the summer when he fought Zepeda in Queens. That is another ring. That arena is really made well for boxing. Like you can tell that every seat in that place is a good seat. It's not super, super big. It's smaller than MSG. But to me that makes it better. I think boxing arenas they should not be too big. You know what I'm saying? Because Turkey, he likes to do the stadium fights, but I don't think he should do that. Because it's just the fighters that they look like little people, look like action figures. Like it's too big for that type of event. So maybe Turkey figure that out because he's been doing smaller events like, in New York, which is good. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys coming by. Come back again soon. I'm going to circle back this week. We're going to do another live about Keyshawn and Shakur. And let's see what else happens throughout the week. But I appreciate y'all stopping by. You guys have a good night. And you know what I always say? Inside the ring, outside the ring, always make sure you have a counter reaction, all right? I'll see y'all.